and I'm out of this dance. Lock that game, don't give back the chance. Green and gray, but I'm good with the chop, cause I came for the burst, and I leave at the top. Oh, I win with dots when the candles run hot. Little lights in a line, tell me jumping or not. I spin that wheel, but it's mapped on the plot. When the trend turns up, I win with dots. Win with dots. Little sparks on the midnight chart. Just a few more moves, then I close my heart. Screens glow green, coffee at 3, chasing that flash in the price I see. Little sparks popping on the chart, every tiny flare kicks my greedy heart. I win with dots when the candles run hot. Little lights in a line, tell me jumping or not. I spin that wheel, but it's mapped on the plot. When the trend turns up, I win with dots. Win with dots. Oh yeah. Tiny trails up the axis climb. Tap one click, I'm in just in time. Ride that wave till the rush feels wrong. Soon as color flips, I'm already gone. I win with dots when the candles run hot. Little lights in a line, tell me jumping or not. I spin that wheel, but it's mapped on the plot. When the trend turns up,
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing really, really well. And first order of business that I want to tell you is after going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on sort of like the easiest scalp sequence that I could find for you, I actually realized that the easiest scalp sequence in terms of consistency, accuracy, and ease of use is a very, very simple sequence that I just literally embedded into the BFF Dots latest version F9. So if you want to download it, it's a .f9 version. And all you need to do is simply click underneath the Christmas tree settings, right over here, Christmas tree settings, simple scalp. Okay. Couldn't be easier. Just simply click simple scalp. Now I have my ranges off. I have all my settings off, just sort of like the loosest, easiest condition. And I have my Christmas tree settings set up for both trend and counter trend. We can talk about all those things in more detail a little bit later, but just sort of let you know where my settings are and how I'm structuring it. The only thing I will say is that I am trading this pre-New York with a 5 target 15 stop, right? And I'll be trading it after the New York opens. Basically, I'm probably going to do maybe one more trade if I have a signal. And then after that, on the New York open, it's going to go to a 10-point target, 30-point stop, because New York volatility obviously higher than Asia session volatility, okay? So it's not in well charts. No, it's not going to be in well charts. In well charts, you just simply look for the sequence. Hey, yeah, gold just dumped, right? We're not trading gold because Apex doesn't allow trading gold right now. Yeah, gold just really, holy shit, gold really, really dumped. I see it. You know, we just don't have the way to trade it, so no point in us pining for it. Okay, I'm going to repeat this 1,000 times, but let me just kind of explain it. You guys want me to explain to you exactly what the sequence is, why it's very, very accurate, why it works really, really well? Give me some plus ones while I wait for you guys to come into the room. Yes, it's a new update. Very, very simple update. Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys, those on CFDs. We'll trade gold tonight on CFDs. But for Futes, we're going to stick to NAS. Okay, here we go. Simple scalp setup showing up. What is it? It's super, super simple. First, we get a Christmas tree label, right? Both up and down. And then the very next either white or green dot that shows up. If we don't have a white or green dot, there's no simple scalp. But the very next burst candle in the direction of the Christmas tree, that's our scalp. So like right now, I'm actually going to rotate my. No, right. I'll stay in this account. It's fine. I'll stay in this account. Right now, we're going to still stay on a 515 basis. Control B. Just going to wait until the candle closes. Just make sure that this triangle holds, doesn't disappear. Okay, buy. Long this, and hopefully we're done. That's it. That's the simple scalp. Just, sometimes it takes 10 seconds, sometimes it takes a couple of minutes. And obviously, I really feel like at around 9 o'clock, we probably should go to a 10-point target, 30-point stop, but it's fine. We're going to keep it at 515 until the New York Open opens up, because volatility obviously starting to expand now, and so we're shooting for bigger targets. But that's it. It's literally that simple to scalp money using dots. It looks simple because it's tremendous amount of filtering is going on which is beautifully hidden from us by all of these labels, right? Because remember, there's a filtering that has to happen in order for the Christmas tree label to come up. Then there's the filtering that has to happen in order for the continuity move to happen. It's basically sort of continuity of continuity, which is a very, very high probability setup. And it shows up a lot, well, in a market like this where we have lots of, changes in swings patterns, it shows up quite a lot. So we have, today I had a ridiculous amount of opportunities. I think I had an opportunity every like 5-10 minutes. Now, here's what's really, really cool. You see it like over here, you have a Christmas tree buy signal, right? If you're just simply trading Christmas trees, you probably would take that, but that stops you out. There's no simple scalp after that because there's no continuity. So you basically avoid that stop. On the other hand, the next signal, you have a sell signal, and you do have a simple scalp. You short it, make money, good. Here's another one, short it, make money, good. Here's this one misses. This is just an algorithm issue. You have to manually take this trade here. It's mainly because we had a slope reset over here, and it's just it's more of a pain in the ass to try to fix this one edge case than to just simply go manual. So if you have a buy, you have a green dot here, you're long, you make money. Here's a sell, you have a sell scope here, 5, you make money. Here's a buy, you have a buy dot here. This one barely made money, but it did. Here's a sell, no signal, no simple scalp, you don't do anything. Here's the beautiful part. Huge breakout, right? Because of, I think, the gold crush, but there was no simple scalp, and you just, you got this whole big retrace that happened, and you got totally flushed. On the other hand, we came down here. This one, I'm sorry. This one did finally, I did get stuffed on this one. I stuffed on this one. Now, what happens is, and this is just my own little thing, you guys are welcome to completely ignore that part of the process. If I am legitimate, if I have a legitimate trade and it stuffs me out, in other words, I get stuffed out, because I'm trading very, very small, and because I have enormous amount of buying power behind me, precisely because I made this trade-off with myself that I'd rather trade small and slow than large and fast, I have this incredible flexibility to basically reverse myself. So I will reverse myself on this to the long side for 3 times the size, still a very small size, and erase that loss right away. So basically, I just keep adding small wins on the plate all across the chart. Couple of hours, you have like 30, maybe sometimes 20, 30 clips, and hopefully almost every one of them resolves positively. So it really puts a lot of green on the board all across the candles. Okay, do you have, the only way you're going to get these little arrows is if you have the Christmas tree. You have to have, first of all, the way you want to make sure is the Christmas tree setup must be enabled. So here's what you need. You're going to go into Christmas tree labels, label direction both, show labels both, label size small. I'm going to make it tiny. I like it tiny. And then click the simple scalp, and then that should totally enable you for trades. Okay. Let me know if that works for you guys. Let me know if that's happening. Make sure you guys have the arrows. Do you have the F9? Does it say F9? Oh, I know one other thing. Sorry. You probably, in range requirement, none. Try that. The idea is that you should have, okay, F8 is, you need to delete the F8. and use the F9. No. The orange is just simply high volatility. You just simply labeled the labels as high volatility. We can go through that in coaching when you guys get to coaching. I don't know what you're doing, Lee. Send me a screenshot of your settings and send me a screenshot of your chart. Are you on Tradingview? Let's assume you have F6. Delete F6 and make it F9. Just delete, reapply. BK dots only. Delete and then reapply. Make sure that it says F9. All right, we're getting a new Christmas tree label. We got still 20 minutes to the show. So the next green triangle is going to work. Lee, are you getting Christmas tree labels? Let's start with ask question number 1. Are you getting Christmas tree labels? Are you getting the labels that I'm getting right over here? See, now I'm getting the green triangle. You want to check this box over here, guys. If you go into Christmas tree, the simple scalp box, just check that off. Range none, education stream labels, all of this. Check all of this stuff. All of this stuff. Okay. 38 seconds to go. We have a signal in place. We're going to trade it. I'm actually, you know what? Let's move this to, what is this? 52. I'll go to 52. Oops. All right. If this holds, we'll trade it. If it doesn't, we won't. Nope, doesn't hold. No trade. Yes, Ben. Ben is right. Sorry. I'm sorry. Ben is right. The other setting, label display mode all. I'm sorry about that. You're right. I forgot that. Label display. That's number 1. Ben is right. Ben is like the mechanic. He knows exactly what's wrong every time somebody's having a problem. So change it to all, and then you have the signals. Okay? Let me know if that works for you. Huh. Yep, we got it. All right. So just to review the successful amount of trades here over the last, let's say 7:45. So that's like literally, what, an hour and a half? 1 winner, 2 winners, 3 winners, 4 winners, loser, winner. So was that 5 out of 6? Right, 5 out of 6. Right. And I want to do better. I want to do 6 out of 7. I think we can do 6 out of 7 on this. Okay, so last thing I kind of want to share with you. This is not going to show up. This is where you have to use your sort of manual interpretation. This is a buy Christmas tree thing. We've had a change of slope here on the reset. So it's not going to catch the green triangle. The algo is just not going to catch it. If this thing shows me a white dot, I'm still going to go long this thing. Because, yeah, and actually, let's go. We're going to go long this thing on the assumption, again, that there's just enough continuity to make it work. Now, this actually may not work, and it's, maybe the algo is right, but I like to manually go after these things because any white dot after a green label is usually a very decent signal of continuity. Let's see if I'm right or the algo is right. So I'm being a little bit more promiscuous in my rule set because what you saw here was a switch of shift. So the algo just basically said, no more, I'm not going to trade. Whereas I said, screw it, I'm willing to take the risk. It came within 1 point of making me. Okay. I'm done. So, my human interpretation helped me on this particular trade, no problem. But it's very simple. As long as you have the Christmas tree labels, you can very much orient yourself to a winning trade. All you need is the next dot. The next stop. The problem, the key thing is the next dot is not guaranteed. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. It filters out all of this non-momentum price action. And therefore, you're only trading momentum, which is really, really cool, It's an interesting question. Do you think you should do 25 or 50K? The standard answer is everybody likes to do the 50K because more money. It's very little size. The risk reward is $3,000 up to $2,500, so it's a little bit uneven. 25K, the risk reward is $1,500 to $1,500. So I really like doing those. It's really 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I like doing 25s. Most everybody likes doing 50s. It really depends on your style. I trade small, so for me, 25s are fine. And it gets me to target a little bit faster. But I have a mix of both. No, you buy the Forex one. You buy the Forex one. You buy the for Ola. If you want the MT5, you want to buy the Forex one. You want to buy the CFD one. Another Christmas tree setup. Yeah. So Peter, I'm actually going to be publishing a full document on BFF dots tomorrow. Okay. That explains all of these. I want to add this one last component to it, the simple scalp component to it. But it explains every single setup within the thing, shows the logic behind it and all that stuff. And it's all going to be web published. So I'll have the link for everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. See how cool this is? No signal, right? If you just simply knee jerked against a Christmas tree, you're pretty much down to the lows. It's so much better an indicator when you just wait for it to give you some momentum. It's a just really good filter. All right, going a little negative now. 5 minutes to go, so we're not gonna trade. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift to a 10-30 structure, meaning 10 in Nasdaq points, target 30 stops. So I'm gonna just shift my thing to 41.20. There we go, and trade there. Oops, I do have a signal here. Very tempting. Where am I? I'm in 52. Let's do 56. I'm not going to take this. This is very tempting, but I'm not going to take this signal because we got about 5 minutes before the market open. It's a lot of vol happens. Actually, the signal goes away also. That's right. I did name it for a reason. English, correct. Am I enjoying my freedom without the women? Yes and no, because I basically wind up like staring at the screen till like 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday, trying to figure this out for you guys. And so yeah, I just turned into a little workaholic while the girls are gone. But yeah, they're having a good time though. This took so long to work out. I can't tell you. It's like the simplest idea, but man, it took a huge amount of testing to get this thing in gear. I guess it's always that way, right? The simplest ideas are the hardest ones to come up with. It is 9:26. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. We don't have any real news on the board, I think, today, right? Or actually, we can go over here. Oh, this thing is so slow. What do we have today? Oh, CAD data. Yeah, we don't really have any US data. I'm just curious. No, I'm just looking to see if there's any news. No news. I was wondering what the gold dump was all about. So I go to headlines. Iran issue. What did Iran? See, I'm not taking this trade because we're just opening up. Iran said there was progress and that dumped the gold. Do you really think that's going to happen? All right, I'm definitely not holding my breath on the Iranian issue. Yeah, they went up. This was the Iran thing that spiked the news. Wow. Did you hear that one? You guys hear the FDNY? Okay, 29. It's 40 seconds left to the open. Someone in the way. Exactly right. All right, we're opening up. Next Christmas tree label takes us to hopefully a signal. Big dump, pump and dump, right? Feels like, whether the Iran news is true or not, I mean, it feels like they want to, pump it. So we'll see if we get the signals here. A lot of big vols here. Sell signal. Volatility definitely increased, 74-point range. Big reversal. Look at that. Look at these reversals. Whoever's trading opening range breakout is getting their ass kicked. Big pump. Range expands 108 points for the first couple of minutes of the bar 39.32. Gonna stay patient on this. These candles are so big that even a 10-30 stop structure is going to be, I think, unproductive. Oh, I know what I want to do. If you guys want to, if you guys were wondering, what if I want to see volatility of the candle? You could actually turn that on in the settings here by going. So if I wanted, I guess like a 120 volatility. Why isn't that showing up? Huh. I'm just curious. I'm going to chop this down to 80 just to see if this creates any. Wow. Something is wrong in my settings here. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to try to figure out what's wrong with my settings. Anyways, Christmas tree setting, session highs, kind of everything we like, right? This is a trade we love to do, which is run the session highs if it holds the dot, which we could do if you wanted to. It's not part of the arsenal, but it's a good one. Can delete the one you have and re-add BFF dots from TradingView, and you'll get the F9. All right, I'm long this. Ooh, big drop. This is sort of like, me trying to trade session high breakouts, but I think the volatility here is so big. I may get clipped on this trade. We'll see. We'll see if this thing is gonna play itself out. I'm trading very, very small, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. So now we get, as it pushes higher, now we get the simple scalp breakout. And we got, if it holds, we got to trade it. But this is the key thing. It's got to hold. If you're on wealth charts, you don't get that, Ken. This is a TradingView only update. You don't really need it. Just simply put, for everybody who's on wealth charts, just put your, here we go. Shoot. Control B. All right. Oh, there we go. You see that? Super fast. All right. Sorry, guys. You guys are asking me tech support while I'm trading. It really takes me off. Anyways, for wealth charts, let me just show you the wealth charts so you guys can, everybody who's just on wealth charts only. God, man, I don't know what's going on. They upgraded my cable. Everything is so freaking slow now. I love it when we've upgraded your service. Now it all sucks. Welcome to Spectrum. Look at this shit. It's just floating. I don't know if they put a Cloudflare in between here or what. Come on. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's go. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Come on. Cancel. Apex. Let's go 22. I'm just going to show you how to do this. I'm sorry, guys. Just I didn't anticipate this was going to take 5 years to actually load. What? Jesus. Look at this shit. Okay. So, all right, finally loaded. So what you want to do go into settings over here, BFF dots only, go into parameters. You're going to go to just make sure that I have everything, because the sequence here is a little different. Christmas tree, I want to do both. I want to do both. Where is the all color? Where's the, oh, here's label display all. That's fine. Okay, so then you just simply say apply, right? And here are the labels. So your trade is Christmas tree green dot, or Christmas tree red dot. We obviously didn't take this trade because it's opening range trade. Christmas tree red dot. That's your sequence. That's your sequence, right? So it's very, very easy to get this in wealth charts as well. This wealth charts, can I modify this to small size, like size of labels, or do they not do this? Christmas tree labels, label size normal. Let's make them tiny. Okay, it's not exactly tiny, but okay, that's how they look. Okay, all right, that's fine. So that's how it looks on the charts. Okay, so now you guys have it all on this. What account was I in? 56. Oh, that's good. That's good. I really like the 56 account. Okay. All right. Awesome. 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 Sorry, guys. Just last second screw up that I got to try to fix as usual. Do I trade session, Asia session every day? I traded Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The one thing about the setup that's good or bad is it does pace you. You're not like trading like a banshee every 5 seconds, because when it gets into a pretty long trend slice, you obviously kind of just have one and done. You're not really trading a lot. But as you can see, it's very, very accurate, and that's I think a really good trade-off as far as shots go. I really, I think Iranians, as usual, are playing games and just stalling because they want to make the nuclear weapon while they pretend like they're going to negotiate. And I think it'd be a huge mistake if we trust them. So this is just simply telling you it's a big volatility label. What's another good thing about it is if it's a big volatility label, we kind of wait for the next one to give us a signal, so we don't have to trade. This thing is kind of exceeding. What is that? That's a 50 point thing. You see how like there's no signal because it retraces. It's very often it's going to be like kind of that retrace trade that we have. Okay, big sell. I have the signal. Let's switch to 52. All right, it was sold on 52. Sorry, I'm kind of switching accounts. Kind of hard to see. This could retrace. It's a very big vol candle. As I said, when you have that kind of volatility, even 1030 is going to be sometimes too small, but let's give it a shot. And almost there. Almost there. Come on. Oh, there we go. And we get done. Nice job, everybody. Another 10 Nasdaq points for everybody. Good job. Pretty cool, right? Come on, guys. Really clean in terms of picking up the signals. Good morning, OTR. All right, don't forget our friends at Apex. Their sale is going away. I'm actually going to get some more accounts because we need to inventory a little bit more accounts for news trades and everything else. So don't forget, please make sure you get the Apex accounts today. I forget when, but it's in a couple of days that sales goes away, and it's really the best thing. Fresno, California, rain, doom, gloom, profit. I don't think it ever rains in California, doesn't it? Like, when is it raining in California, or is it just your mood is rain, doom, gloom? The whole upside move totally reversed a little bit, right? Chop City. You know what's really cool I love about this setup is that everybody who's trading, ORB or VWAP, just getting their ass whipped around, right? Breakout, breakdown, unless you're trading really small, difficult to catch it. We are able to just kind of navigate a lot of intermediate term chop and even, big sine wave chop pretty well with these signals. Oh, you having a good rainstorm? Wow. Our snow is finally melting. So, everybody, it's all relative. Yesterday was like 38 degrees, and I was walking with my coat open because I was hot. This is what happens when you've been exposed to polar conditions for a month. We've had 1 degree weather for like 2 weeks straight. So like 38, which for any normal human being would be like, oh my God, I'm so cold. I was like schwitzing in the street. I was like, man, I gotta open up my jacket. I'm sweating. So it's all relative. Now I understand how the Eskimos live. Yeah, so Apex is going to give you, and the good thing about the maximum adverse excursion tickets, which is what OTR is talking about, is it's like a jaywalking violation. They're like, you fucking up, but we're not going to take away your money. We're not going to take, it's just like, it's a warning thing. And it's basically what they do is, I believe their rules is, okay, you took, so what is maximum adverse excursion? This is something, by the way, I fight all the time, and why this setup specifically is such a good setup for this, because it's completely within the strict rules of what they want on the funded. So on the fund, let's say you have a 25,000 funded, right? You have a $1,500 drawdown. Any single trade cannot lose intraday. Like, in other words, not even like, it's not that you physically lose, it's that you're in a drawdown by more than $500 on the trade. Like, you can't do that, because it's called the maximum adverse excursion. Let's suppose you were down $600 and they came back to be up 1,000. That's a violation to their rules, because they don't want you drawing down capital to bring it back up, because obviously it's very for them, when they're going live, it's very risky for you to draw down capital. They want the drawdowns to be very, very minimal. So anyways, the point being is, like, a lot of firms will just say, oh, you're busted. These guys just like, no. What happens is that day's profits, I think, are not counted. So you just, you simply add to your position in terms of P&L, but then you have to bring like another, 8 profitable days of trading. So I think it's pretty fair. They're really, really good in terms of letting you trade, but warning you, okay, all this work you did, we're not going to count it for you, but you can keep on trading the account. The account grows nevertheless, and that gives you, obviously, more confidence and more power. So that's really, really cool. But the cool thing about the way we're trading now is, I'm not even, like, my drawdowns are, like, let's say if I were to triple up on a 20, 180. So I'm still only 33% of maximum adverse excursion. So I'm very, I'm basically staying away from the MAE warnings. I'm actually curious. I mean, I definitely got one yesterday, because I totally tilted on this one account, and I brought it back. But I knew that I was like, that account, I'm gonna have to trade for another 3 months before it ever gets to withdrawal levels, because I MAE'd it. But it's fine. Right. I think two micros is probably the sweet spot for 25K accounts. 4 micros, maybe. What I mean by sweet spot is like the maximum spot. And, for 50K is probably 4K, 4. I think the rule of thumb that I think is a really good rule of thumb is, it's the size of the notion of the first letter of the first digit of the notional. So if it's a 25 account, it's a 2 micro. If it's a 50 account, it's a 5 micro. It's a 100 account, it's a 10 micro. It doesn't quite, scale up that way, but it's a pretty good rule of thumb on max allocation. It's easy to remember. Look at this, session lows, guys. Session lows. That's a trade we would take. I'm not taking it because I'm yapping away, but you could take this. We love the red dot session lows, green dot. So if you sold the 86s, obviously already made money on a 1030, right? So hopefully you guys bank that. I really need to have like a session lows, session high, some kind of a alert thing, because unless I'm watching, I'm missing them. But this is a bang away trade. Again, session lows. No red dot though, it goes away. I'm not going to trade this. So, but the red dot on session lows, great trade, right? Sometimes sometimes you literally hit concrete, but most of the time you drill right through for another 10 points. It's the whole point of setups. Anybody take the session low trade? Yes, no? Let me know. PT Balaj, you're always doing. Oh, look at this. Cheryl's doing it. Go doing it. All you guys doing nice and quietly, banging away at my trades while I'm yapping away. Well, I guess that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Gold had the same pattern. Martin, you killed it on the gold. I'm not even watching gold, unfortunately, because can't do it with you guys. But I would love to do it. Oh, look at this. Yeah, baby. See, OTR. Trading is the only discipline where smaller is better, baby. All right, another session lows. 28 seconds left. Let's put this into one of my other. I'm just rotating through accounts. Put it into my 57 account. Trade of 8, 57. I'm actually fooling around with the idea, guys. This is super cool. I got to show you one other thing. Okay, control. Oh shit! What happened here? Control S. All right. I'm short on session lows. This may stuff me. It may not. We'll see. It's a big session low move, so I don't know if it's going to have any continuity. No. This one's going to stuff me. It's okay. So I'm going to show you something cool in Tradingview in just a second. 27. I'm short at 27. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Session lows. We need like a sound effect for session lows, session highs. Just like Kramer has his little, sound effect. Look at that. That actually broke down. Nice. Good job, everybody. We knocked it down. All right. Let me see if I can show this to you. Hopefully, freaking internet here is not going to be super slow. And yet it is. Okay. So I'm going to log in. I'm logging into an instance of my Tradingview. I'm going to show you something cool. I showed you the hotkeys, how to use the hotkeys, which is, nowhere near as good as my hotkeys in MT5. But all right, it's better than nothing, I guess. All right, here's all my Tradingview accounts. Here's what I found out that was really cool. You can do copy trading in Tradingview, literally from the back end. You could say manage groups, right? You could create a group. I'm gonna just call it, I don't know, let's call it Boris demo or Boris test group. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just gonna show you. Say okay. And then you could just add the accounts. And then then you can propagate like how much you want to do, and then who's the leader account, and so on and so forth. But it's all there for you, totally free, which is really cool, right? Really cool. So I kind of wanted to show this to you. All right, now we're going to go kill this, and let's go look again. A few things I want to share with you. So those of you guys, well, I'll, you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow because I'm going to share with you. I made a whole how to use my my one-click trader webpage, and then I have a whole webpage on BFF Dots, which I'm going to update today, and you will see, and we will we'll work on that. Okay. So I think I'll save it for tomorrow, though. Okay. All right. Another session low, but we are at the 500 mark, right? So it's interesting to trade. All right, let's rotate back to like the 45 account, I think. I'm just trying to distribute the trades relatively equally so that all the accounts are pretty much green on the screen. Fresh session lows breaking that 500. I should have taken that trade. I just wimped out. But that's a nice classic trade. We are getting to that point where good job, OTR. Hope you hit those session lows. Have fun. Trade small and stay alive. I just keep drilling. I'm not pulling the trigger on this. How many of you guys are hitting the session lows? Give me a +1 if you're hitting these session lows and just drilling right through them. So here is the coolest part about this particular price structure, right? Miguel, of course, is drilling them, and Cheryl's drilling them. How are you guys doing, by the way, on Miguel, Cheryl? How are you guys doing on the funded side? Are you making progress on the P&Ls? Are you trading 25s? Gloria, hi Gloria, how are you? Gloria, you like the new setup? Right, exactly. That's the right thing to do, OTR. So anyways, here's what I was going to say. Here's where this setup, this simple scalp really shines, right? Yeah, you love it. I know. I know you'd love it. I know you'd love it. It's designed for the degenerates like us. It's the degenerate special. Anyways, watch what happens now, because this is where this particular filter, I think, really shines. So what do we have here? We're going to have movement. Maybe we'll have counter trend movement, right? If we have counter trend movement, very often the single biggest question that's in front of us is just how good is the counter trend movement? Is it really going to V-shape or is it going to die out on us? Well, one of the great things about this setup is it's essentially going to tell us if it's a true V-shape or if it's going to die. Because if we do indeed, like right now, we're turning, right? We're turning on the move. Two things are going to happen. If this turns back to the red side, we're going to get a red Christmas tree setup. Or we have a V shape, we're going to get a green Christmas tree setup, which is what we're setting up now. But the question that's really interesting is what happens after? If this label does go green, does it extend? Does it give us that, that confidence that there's a V-shaped move here? It's by no means a panacea, but I think the very fact that there's just tremendous amount of filtering going through all these levels of trade is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Just took a turn for 10. Nice. Yeah, Gloria, you like me. You're an inveterate turn trader. I actually stopped trading turn because I nearly lost my shit yesterday. And I promised myself, like I did not want to tilt like that again. So I'm on a turn diet. I'm on a keto diet. No turns for the next 30 days. No carbs, no turns. I'm actually on a no carb diet. That's really a lot of fun. Let me tell you. So gold, honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. Gold, I think, is due for a massive correction. Probably maybe down to the 45, just because everybody is so the dots are a money machine. Yeah, you're right. Just because everybody is so gung ho on gold. Oh, that's a good thing to say. Gung ho on gold. All right, so here we go. Christmas tree to the upside. Do we get the green triangle? Is it going to hold for us? What am I in at 45s? Yeah, okay, I'm on a 45. Okay, let me see. Am I on the 45 here? Yeah, I'm on the 45. Okay. See? Doesn't quite extend. And this is what I love about it, because maybe it's going to take 3 or 4 candles to kind of build up the buying power. Maybe that's all the buying power there is, and then we don't have to trade. There's no confidence in the V shape, or maybe the buyer's just going to squeeze the hell out of the shorts now and run it. We'll see. The beautiful part is that we can just watch and react if given the proper signal. See, no trade, right? If we were in the Christmas tree trade, we'd just be floating it now. All right, now we're getting a trade. 50 seconds left. Let's see if it holds. Good morning, everybody. Who's new in the room? Come say hello to me. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs out. No trade. No trade, right? Not holding the highs. Let's see if let's see if we start pumping here. Dots are basically a strength meter, right? That's what they are. They're a strength meter of conviction, movement, volume, all of that encapsulated inside this, the little signal. That's why they're so valuable. You see, you don't have strength. It's like a arm wrestling match, right? You're like, and then the big guy comes in and slams you to the floor. That's you getting slammed to the floor. Now, we fortunately don't play the game, right? We didn't come into the trap. That's what I told you. That's what I love about the setup. It's not like it always escapes the trap, but it escapes the trap a lot of times. And that's really the whole thing. Somebody was saying that, I thought this was a really interesting way of looking at it. Somebody said, the problem with trading is not that you're not, working your setups or having discipline or anything else. It's that you're not avoiding your worst trades, right? The whole idea, I really thought it was interesting, is that trading is really the art of not making stupid trades, because the good trades are naturally, going to P&L. Charlie Munger once said that, like, his whole job was just to basically avoid mistakes, not necessarily chase opportunities. So that was kind of neat. Really good, right? All right, we're rocking and rolling here. Session lows at the 24.50, somewhere there. What is this? 62. Oh, look at this. Now, looky. This is what I love. Let's see if it's going to work. I got the dot. Let's see if it holds. That'd be awesome if it holds. Well, it wouldn't be awesome. Let's just see if it holds first. But see, no signal. No signal. But this is what I love is that sometimes the buying pressure will come in very, very late. And that's actually a much better signal because you're coming in from much lower levels, right? 16 seconds left on the clock. So maybe the triangle shows. Frieden Saber, guten Morgen. No trade. Now we turn red. This is what I was going to say. So then that's the whole point is, so how much juice do the buyers have? You see how this held us away from chasing the buyers? Now the question is, sellers, do we want to press it back to the lows? You know, are we going to push it down even more? Is there more profit taking for us to take? Christmas tree to the downside. Now the question is, do we generate some sell momentum? One of the 55 million projects in my head when I get old, which I'm never going to do, is to learn German, which I kind of really want to do. When I was in Vienna, I was actually like reading the billboards and starting to understand some of them. I think it's really it's a cool language. If you're an English speaker, it's a really cool language. No signal, but let's see if they start pressing it to the downside. Nope. Yeah, I just no, that's interesting. Why am I not getting a oh, I think I know why. So this is interesting. So this why are we not getting the triangle? Let me show you. Because we have a slope change, right? Remember, the algo does not resets on the slope change, so it's not going to give you a triangle. So this is your manual interpretation of the trade. This is for those of you guys who are on wealth charts. This is a good way for you to think about this, right? We have the red dot, or the purple, either purple or red dot, doesn't matter. We have the momentum down dot. That's what we're looking for off the thing. So this is a legitimate sell for us, and we're going to try and sell it if we got 3, 2, 1. Short and done. Short and done. God damn, that was fast. Did you see that? That was super fast. But yeah, I mean, it's a huge volatility trade. But that was it. In, out. We took the trade nice and clean. And it retraced right on us. So this is one of those things where if you are, this is, by the way, where the hotkeys really come in, right? So I had the control B like 2 seconds to go. I hit it. It just dropped. Honestly, if you got stopped in this trade, it's not your fault. It's massive vol trade into the bottom, total retrace. This is like, take that as a acceptable loss in terms of both retrace vol and the fact that this is probably 7 out of 8, right? Remember, we're generally 5 out of 6. We're trying to be 7 out of 8. This is one of those. This is the 8. Because there's nothing you can do. And there's the dumbest thing to do is try to expand your stop volatility, because you're like, oh, it's still a sell. I just got stopped out on a large retrace. That it's just one of those things you have to accept. There's no way, if you make a larger stop against your structure over the 100 trade sample, you're just going to hurt yourself. Like, this is what I realized. Better take the short-term pain. Think about this as a 100 trade sample type of trade. And when you're in that situation, it's much better to have a cookie cutter loss than a customized uniform win that can't be replicated. Oh, that's actually very good. Look at me. I'm spitting all this wisdom this morning. That's actually a really good thing. It's better to have a cookie cutter loss than a customized win. If you're trading systematically. Come on. Can I have a little props for this? It's a fucking slow morning. We're still killing it. That's a song lyric, right? Exactly. Now I think we're gonna do country songs next. How I traded my prop accounts and my woman left me. Oh my God. You know what I've been watching? Speaking of like fish out of water, country song. I'm just thinking like, I could never find myself at a country song concert. I've been watching clips of My Cousin Vinny, which I got to tell you, literally one of the greatest comedies of all time. It is so well written, so well acted, just a touchstone. And I totally, like, the thing is, it was made by English people. That's one of the reasons why it's so great at catching these cultural differences in Americana, was precisely because it was made by foreigners. The director was a Brit. It is such a fucking good movie. And oh my God, Marissa Tomei, how much I love her. Really worth watching. It's like one of the classic
movies.
Like, when they get into town and she looks around and she's got this little, Instamatic camera, and she turns to him and she goes, but the Chinese food here sucks. It's just so on point. All right, returning. So, okay, here's what I was going to say is, this is not for public consumption. This is just what I like to do. But if I am, so this is a legit trade, right? I get totally stuffed. I get completely stopped out. If that's the case, I will start looking for a reverse the other way. So the first green candle the other way. So if I got stopped on a short, the reverse candle the other way will be my signal to go. Now, can you get whipped out? Absolutely. Does it mean that, reverse is always going to work? No. But a true, genuine, simple scalp fail, a lot of times can be reversed with an opposite side candle. This is just my own personal shtick. You don't have to do it, but it just kind of keeps the, especially if you're trading small, it keeps the P&L relatively level, and keeps everything moving forward. But that can only be done with a small trade structure, and very, very careful. You can't do this more than once. If the reverse fails, just Forget the account for the day. Let it bleed and just move on. All right, back to positive Christmas trees. Which account are we in? 45. Let's go to 46. You know, I'm going to start counting. I'm going to start counting how many Nasdaq points we clip per session, because I think that's really most important for everybody who's trading. Since everybody has different sizes, I think I'm close to, I don't know, 50 Nasdaq points. No, maybe more. Well, maybe 50. I'm not sure, but definitely a lot. Yep, I have a green triangle trade on this thing. So waiting to see if it holds. That will be a trade for us. All right, long. Let's see if this. Oh, done. One and done. How fast is that? Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. I'm not using BK Trend. No, BK Trend is for like more positional trades that Kathy uses for it. Now, this is BFF dots. This is my proprietary indicator available for coaching only. So everybody get coaching. If you get coaching, by the way, I'll buy you some Apex accounts. So if you want to buy Apex accounts yourself, go out there, go buy them yourself. Go knock them dead. The default name you sign up, is that dots only? Yes, it's BFF dots only. When did you sign up? Did you sign up recently? Email me a note if you have any questions or you haven't gotten all the support stuff. As I was saying to everybody who's in the room, tomorrow I'm going to publish the full BFF dots strategy manual online on the BK website, so you guys are going to be able to have it all, at your weekend. On the weekend, just email me a note if I did I set you up properly? Do you have everything? Did you fill out the forms? Okay, very good. Very good. All right, guys, man, this was very good session. Holy shit. We are green on the screen all across this wide land, right? It's great to be an American. There we go. Look. Oh, where's this thing not working? Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Look at this. Green on the screen, right? Oh, do you guys not see? Oh, you guys don't see it. Shit. Sorry, never mind. Here we go. Now, green on the screen, right? Nice, right? All green, like a mean machine. Last third. Okay, I'm moving this away so I can actually focus. What do I want to do? 47. Okay, we'll go to 47. See if we have a setup. I don't know if I have any more setups. What else is going on over here? Anything in the news besides Iranians saying, lying their way through their teeth? What's physical AI? This is interesting. Oh, robots. Yeah. Physical AI. We love our European friends. Did you guys hear Marco Rubio's speech? Man, I am gay for Marco Rubio. I'm absolutely gay for Marco Rubio. What an amazingly intelligent guy he is. What a great speech. He gave a speech at Munich. to a standing ovation of Europeans who hate us at this point. Yeah, contact at bktrader.com. Contact at bktraders.com. At bktraders.com. Oh, he's definitely presidential material. I just, like, honestly, I go into my Russian paranoia and I start thinking horrible thoughts, and I don't want to jinx it. Oh, he was in Munich. You're in Munich, huh? My wife loves Munich. And I've never been there. I've only literally, the only time I've ever been in Germany was when I touched ground at the Berlin airport, which is like you could put a bowling ball through the whole airport. I just never really, I really, it's one of my top places to go. Although I got to say, like, Austria is really nice. Like, it'd be hard if I had to go again. I'd go to Vienna again because I loved it so much. All right, no SIGs, but the SIGs have all been really, really good. We hit a lot of good SIGs, good signals. I'm going to count up. I think we must have done like, the problem is that I did it across all the accounts, so it's hard to do this. But I'll have the AI go out there, pull the P&Ls and consolidate them. I think we did like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, like 25s, another 30, 40, 3, 4, maybe 5, maybe 75 points, maybe 75 Nasdaq points today, which is really good. 75 points in basically an hour. Oh, Salzburg. I've never been there, but I've heard it's really beautiful too. Ben, so surprisingly how geographically illiterate some politicians are. Are you talking about Alejandria Octavio Cortez, whose name is Cortez, and did not even know that there were no horses in South America until the white man brought them in. I will say something very in politics here, but I will just bite my tongue. I will not say anything bad. All right, we got another sell signal. Let's see if we get just one more. Where am I? 47. I think I want to move to. Oh no, I'm in 47. That's the correct one. I want to be in 47. Let's see if I get another red triangle. If the next candle doesn't work, I got to go, guys. But I leave it to you. It's a super fun trade. Oh, so somebody was asking me, like, with the orange, why are the orange labels? I realized this algo is so smart. It coded in a way where basically instead of coding the candle orange, it codes the label orange. So this is basically an orange label tells you this is a huge candle. It's a big volatility candle. Be careful of retrace, right? Be careful of retrace. That's what it's telling you. Instead of coding the candle, which is now hard to see, be careful of retrace. See this retrace? Boom. So that's what this means. The orange tells you be careful of retrace. I forgot my own instructions. Anyways, good session, guys, right? Had a lot of fun today. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you will, everybody will be here. We're going to rock and roll again. 9 o'clock. I'm going to try and see if I can nail down Austin for Friday, and we'll see. We'll see if we can get him going. Okay, guys. If we do, it'll be like early, like 8:30. We'll do like a VWAP session, which is kind of interesting because here's my VWAP, right? Trolling around. Am I right on this? Is this the correct VWAP? It's basically against no bands. Oh, does it say it's an anchoring high VWAP? Wait for time for closes. Okay, 1 minute. I guess that's the correct. He's going to teach me all about it. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow and tonight, actually, if you're trading Asia with me. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.